So Bitcoin still teetering on support, basically. There's no change. You know, if we look at where we've rallied, so if we take this most recent high to low, we stopped at the 50%. That's always a sign that it's corrective, that we're still in a downtrend, and potentially, you know, we're looking to, you know, break this and continue lower. It really would be much more bullish if we could see a new low and some bullish, really strongly bullish price action off the lows. We're still looking for 29.78 and potentially 23.76 or 2400 in this Bitcoin downtrend. We're still holding under previous lows. We're still kind of only making corrective bounces. That means that if we look at this little swing that we've just made, if we're doing this 50% thing, 50% of this drop, if we go beyond that, then maybe we're going to see a bit of a bigger rally today. 50% of this drop, let's put this on the right, see where we're looking, 34. So if we get above 34.12, probably we're in a new upswing. And we're going to go back and retest these highs. That means if this was a bigger A leg like this, we measure from here, let's line them up. And if we line everything up like this, if this second swing higher is 61.8 of this first swing, so here's our first swing here, if this next swing higher is 61.8 of that, that's exactly at the resistance at 35.54. So we can say short term today, in terms of short term Bitcoin trading, that if we trade above 34.12, we're probably headed to 35.52. And if we make that bigger ABC correction, obviously we've got that 37.15 level. But otherwise, still looking really heavy and just as likely to break down, I think, in Bitcoin. And it would just be nice if we could just get it over with. I'm starting to think it'd be great to just get this over with in Bitcoin. But whilst Bitcoin does this and gently goes sideways and doesn't do very much, a lot of the other alts are looking pretty good. For example, Ethereum. So Ethereum, let's take a look. Daily candles, you know, we're holding a pullback pretty nicely. If we take a look at it on a 4-hour, we've got our wedge consolidation going on here. If we take the drops that we've made and we're looking for a rally in Ethereum, we're looking for just the same as we just did with Bitcoin. We're looking for on the upside 95.84 or 96 and then 102 on a retest. So, you know, so far so good, but it's not, it's a correction. Remember, it's all overlapping, choppy sideways. You know, these are short-term trades. And, you know, when you make these kind of wedge or triangle patterns in a downtrend, they usually break with a downtrend and they're usually like in a wave 4 position. So when you break out of this consolidation, it's usually the last leg lower and then we can look to buy. So we're still looking for the zone in ETH US dollar between 77 and 79 to be support and potentially a buy there. So that's ETH. The other one that's looking quite interesting at the moment is Ripple. I'm going to look at Ripple Bitcoin. Obviously, bigger picture Ripple Bitcoin. We've been looking at this as potentially a inverted head and shoulders pattern. And if I just put back these fibs, if we take this most recent swing and this pullback, you know, we've kind of had a 50% pullback here, and we're looking for these daily 20 moving average to hold as support and rally from here. So let's take a look at lower time frames, how we're doing. You know, we're just starting to turn higher here. If we take this as a 4-hour and we look at this consolidation, I think if we can break out of this sideways consolidation and close above it, you know, we've had a peak above it, but if we can close above this consolidation and above sort of 9,100, we've got a new swing higher underway in Ripple Bitcoin. If we take a look at it as an hourly, we're just trying here to, so we'll say hide these moving averages for a second. So we've got a flag pattern or a pennant. So we've got a strong rally and then a triangle. If it's a triangle like this, then it's a pennant. If it's a rectangle on its side, it's a flag. So bullish pennant, if we break this to the upside, we get an early warning and then we go back to these highs and so on. So potentially a Ripple, not quite ready yet, but I'm watching this one. You know, it's all kind of, all of these coins the same. They're lazy, kind of sideways corrective, drifting higher. But Ripple, bigger picture on the daily, unlike a lot of these other coins, on the daily, Ripple against Bitcoin anyway, is in an uptrend. We're trading solidly above our 200 moving average and have, you know, much more potential, I think. Okay, so that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. Another one that's interesting is ADA. So this is ADA dollar. I've got ADA dollar up because it's much, sometimes, you know, when Bitcoin's not doing very much, you can be fooled into thinking that something's going up and it's not really. It's only just going up against Bitcoin. And we're starting to look like we're making a bit of a decent bottom here in ADA. We've got some wedge consolidation. I would be interested if this broke to the upside or if we got above this hourly 200 moving average, because in ADA that would also put us above these most recent lows. So ADA dollar may be starting to look interesting. If we look left and we see these lows that we made at the end of November, then the end of the November lows are really the resistance that we're stuck underneath. So if we get back above 0.0320, I think that we'll see a swing higher in ADA dollar. And then if we take a look at ADA Bitcoin, then let's take a look here. Here's our potential bullish reversal going on. Same thing, we're testing this hourly 200 moving average and the previous lows from November, and I think back above these or back above 898, which was the lows, then we are on our way. Where's our first target going to be in ADA Bitcoin? 961 is the fib resistance. I'm just going to clean up this chart and we'll take a look on the daily. 961 fib resistance and towards these previous lows from September. So it's very speculative at the moment in ADA. It's just so many of these coins are doing the same thing. They're just saying, maybe I'm going to try a bounce here and we'll see where we go. None of them are compelling, honestly. None of them are compelling. They're just bounces in a downtrend at the moment. Now, there are a few other bigger coins. You know, there are in solid uptrends. Pay is a really good one that's still trending higher. BNB has made a really good reversal. ENJ, Raven, Poly still look good. So, you know, there are stuff that's going on. We'll take a look at them now.